Alright, this is the assembly video for the electronics merit badge kit, and this is what it looks like when you get it. Comes in a box just like this, and we're going to go through what's inside, and we're going to walk through assembling this today. Let's start by looking what's inside. Alright, first thing we have is a 9-volt battery clip so that we can connect it up and play with it when running off battery. We have a DIL, it's called a DIL, which basically allows us to plug the Arduino in and out without having to solder the Arduino every time. So we included this in the kit. You have a bag of lots of little parts, which we're going to set aside, and we're going to go through that next. Next in here, you have the Arduino right here, and we're going to assemble this as well. We're going to set this aside. This will be the last thing that we do. This is the most complicated part of the soldering part of this, so we're going to set it aside, make it last. And then inside you have your board. If you look at the board, you can see it has some of the scout laws and stuff on there, and just one resistor. Just for this board only has one resistor, so it's very easy to start soldering. It's designed to be easy to solder. And we have 12 LEDs. We have the chip, a button, and a knob for changing the potentiometer. And one of the things you'll notice on the board is you see these really big solder areas. That's to make it easy to learn to solder. So we assume that you're learning to solder, so we made it real easy to solder. So we're going to start out with, first of all, looking through the parts that came with it. So we're going to set this aside for later, towards the end. We'll get into our bag right here. I recommend you dump the bag into this box because there's lots and lots of small parts in here. That way we don't lose any of them. All right, so we're going to go through. Here's the first thing we're going to put on. It is the resistor, and very simple to install. You'll also notice in here we have 4 green, 4 red, and 4 yellow LEDs. This is the second step where we put the LEDs in, and you have your button right here and your potentiometer for the knob, and you see there's 4 screws, 4 nuts, and 4 standoffs. So those are used to mount it into the case if you want to do that. It's an optional thing you can do at the end. So starting out, we're going to do the resistor. So we're going to set this aside. And look at our board right here. And the resistor right here, you see it has colors on it. The colors are the value. This is a 270 ohm resistor. Red, I can't remember what the colors were on this one, 270. Red, purple, or red magenta, I guess it would be, and black. And then the brown is for the tolerance. So take the paper off the ends if there's still paper on it. So it looks like this. It has to go in this one little spot right here, and you'll notice it's a little bit too long. So the easiest way to do that is we're just going to bend it at the body. So we just take one, bend it like this, and like this, to make it a U shape. Resistors don't really care how they go in, so you can just stick it in the hole, like this. So it looks like that. Hold your finger on it a little bit just to keep pressure on it. Turn it over and bend the pins out just a little bit, and that just helps it from falling out. Now it won't fall out if we do anything with the board. All right. And then we're going to solder this in. We're going to keep on going here because this is only the first thing we're going to solder, and it's really easy. So I'm going to bring over my holder. By the way, if you don't expect you to have a holder like this, but the other thing you can use is these are called helping hands right here. We sell them on our website. I think ours has a little magnifying glass on it too, but in this case you could just hold the board with the clips. Actually, I can do that just to give a demonstration. You can hold the board like this, and then you can get your soldering iron and your solder. Make sure you got a clean tip, and just tap a little solder on there. We're only going to do one side. Let me back it up here so you can see it. We're only going to do one side, and I'll show you why in a second. All right, so we soldered one side on. We're going to take it off now. And resistors and things like that tend to want to fall out because of gravity, so we like to make them look nice. This one actually didn't do too bad. But in the case it was falling out, you just kind of put your finger in the middle like this, and just push it slightly, and just tap right here. And it makes it flat on the board. You can kind of see there, it's flat now. So now we can take and we can solder the other side. Just like that. Oops. There we go. I'm going to resolder this side too. It looks a little bit dull to me. There it goes. All right, and then we're going to take and we're going to cut this. Just like this. And there's our resistor in. Now make sure you're wearing some safety glasses. These pins, when you cut them, tend to fly, and particularly in the next step, they really fly. And, you'll probably hear them as I cut them. So, all right, the resistor's done. So at this point, go ahead, and if you're not caught up, I'm going to stop this video now, get caught up. When you're ready to go on to the next video, we're going to put in the LEDs next.